All right.
I gotta hit you with some fashion
Faith and Fashion 360. Faith and Fashion 360. You guys know I like to end the show off with a faithful moment. This is your host, Brianna Fosu. So stay tuned for more faith, fashion, lifestyle, and trends. All right. Happy Sunday, everybody, and welcome back to Faith and Fashion 360. This is your host, Brianna Fosu.
So I've got a super special segment right now. I have had the honor to kind of work on this really powerful and purposeful event, which you guys know I love here at Faith and Fashion 360. People who are impacting their community in super powerful ways, and doing so in a way that may challenge them, but still, impact change and things of that nature to others. So I want to introduce you to Westley Morris, who is getting ready to trek on a really powerful journey on bike, and I want him to talk about it, just kind of talk about some of the challenges that he's gone through to lead him to this place, all of the organizations that are kind of backing this and more. So Westley Morris, thank you for coming to Faith and Fashion 360. Welcome.
Thank you so much. It's an honor and a privilege, and I appreciate the opportunity.
Of course. So tell us a little bit about Westley Morris before we get into the FirePit and all of that. Tell us who Westley Morris is.
Westley Morris is a 38-year-old man who has really just evolved and rebuilt himself with the help of God.
Yeah.
And some strategic people that have been placed in my life that have helped me become the best version of myself. But that's a far cry from the young boy that I once was. And my life, it started out pretty good. I mean, I was supposed to be a farm boy, and my family still owns a 365-acre working farm.
Okay, wow, that's a fun fact. Yeah.
So yeah, I still carry a lot of those lessons that I learned from the farm into my life today, and yeah, that's my family's lineage is farming, but we moved to the Lehigh Valley in 1985. I'm really showing my age now. So,
That's all right.
1985, we moved to the Lehigh Valley, and I thought I had a normal life. Had all the materialistic things that a young boy could ever want. Played football, basketball, wrestling, but there was something different about my family, or at least my mom. She was an entrepreneur. She was a small business owner,
right.
And her business was a massage therapy company. But when the opportunity to allow the enemy to infiltrate your thinking comes, and you're at your weakest moments. And you're willing to do whatever it takes in order for your kids to have what they need.
Right.
You make some bad choices, and I was a product of that.
Right.
And at 12 years old, I came home from wrestling practice, and state police detectives had my whole house surrounded. I'm standing on the corner. I'm scared. I'm confused. I don't know what's going on, and that's the day that I found out my mother was running a prostitution enterprise. Right?
Wow. Yeah.
Now, yeah, that was 1997, and, look, OnlyFans makes my mom look like a nun.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Right.
But at the time, the level of awareness in regards to that type of behavior, look, she was blackballed by a small town, and she was, she was rid from society, and she fought. She showed up every day. She changed her ways, and she did whatever it took in order to succeed. And she made a decision that said, I'm gonna show my kids that you could fall down and you could get back up.
Right.
Strongest woman I ever met in my entire life. Right. And 3 years later, I come home from school, check on my mom, and look down the hallway. There's Donna McNabb walking down the hallway. She went on to be the head massage therapist for the Philadelphia Eagles from 2000 to 2012.
Wow.
As a result of
wow,
not
look at
giving
that.
up.
Yeah, that is fantastic. That's an amazing testimony. So what kind of lessons did you kind of take out of, I would even say, what's really interesting was you talking about almost like that desperation where you're just kind of, wanting to do whatever it is you need to do to survive, even though it might not, it conflicts with your values, it may conflict with your morals. What kind of lessons did you take out of those beginnings, as your mom kind of tells it to you?
Look, I learned a lot of things.
Yeah.
We're all faced with this dilemma. At some point in our life, we have a choice. We can either continue to get the results in our life that we've been getting, or we can choose a different path.
Yeah.
And that other path may be scary. It may be uncomfortable and unfamiliar.
Right.
But when the pain of change becomes greater than the pain of staying the same, we begin to change.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And that's what I learned.
It's kind of like you could wait to take the step, or you could take the step. Either way, I mean, you be behind or not, but you gotta make a decision. So that's awesome, and shouts to your mom for such a powerful testimony and really being able to instill some of those mistakes too, because a lot of the times we see the people around us, the people we look up to most, make certain mistakes. And we, may shy away from them, but your mom definitely used them as a way to say, listen, you can be a success, and you will be, and look at you now.
Look at that. One of the things that just came into my awareness is that the results that we get in our life, the results that my mom got in her life, the results that I've gotten in my life. Look, I was a homeless heroin addict in North Philadelphia, selling bottles of water in the middle of the street. I lost my license for 22 years. I grew up around prostitution, violence, and drug addiction.
Right.
The results that I got were a direct reflection of what I thought I was worth.
Right. Wow.
And all the results in our life are a direct reflection of what we think. We will never outperform our self-image.
Right.
Ever.
Yeah.
And my mother's self-image in her 20s and early 30s was that of the results that she was getting. And it wasn't and look, it's hard to go against our self-image and what we've been programmed to think. Right. And, so that was a huge lesson, is that we will never outperform our self-image. And when we increase what we think that we're worth, that's the second that we start getting better results in our life.
Results. That is awesome. Well, when we come back from our break, I definitely want to talk a little bit more about how you are kind of using those lessons to impact change in your community. You're working with some really powerful organizations. So I definitely want to hear more about that, as well as the journey that you're getting ready to take. Westley is talking about all of his abilities to be an athlete. He is the athlete of athletes. And I definitely want to talk about the journey that you have coming up that is really impacting change in your community. So we're here at Faith and Fashion 360. Get into some music, and we'll be right back.
Look, I get overwhelmed with things I gotta do. Once you put them first, there is no stopping you. I keep them first, there ain't no tapping to. It's everything that I could do. I know you could do better. You got it, then God. Yeah, you got it, then God. You got it, then God. Yeah, you got it, then God. You got it, then God. Yeah, you got it, then God. You got it, then God. Yeah, you got it, then God.
They like to race when the good goes bad. I still cling to my peace when things don't fall in line with the plans I had. Lord, have your way. Why should I stress when it's not my will? Trusting in Jesus, peace be still. I don't really care about the plans I had. Lord, have your way. I've been going through a lot. First time in a while, I've been really stressed out. It's putting pressure on my top. Typically you're always good, but I be out of place when I'm not. I try to figure it out on my own. No sense, I was going down the wrong road. It was good until I I ran into some potholes. Got a flat I couldn't fix, that's when I lost hope. Where do I go? When I'm stuck on the road that I shouldn't be on. How am I supposed to be strong when it looks like there is nowhere else to go? Somebody send me a hero. Philippians 4:6-7 allow me to put my faith in a God in heaven. But they like to rage when the good goes bad. I still cling to my peace when things don't fall in line with the plans I had. Lord, have your way. Why should I stress when it's not my will? Trusting in Jesus, peace be still. I don't really care about the plans I had. Lord, have your way.
So if you're just joining me, I am not here alone. I am joined by Westley Morris. He is just an inspirational character. I'll let him tell you a little bit more about it. But when we, just broke before our music break, we were talking a little bit about just, some of the lessons that have shaped Westley into being and what he's done with those lessons, how it's, allowed him to shift some things in his mind as well as his results. Westley, what kind of organizations are you working with to just kind of continue to spread those lessons and continue to affect change within your community and surroundings?
Well, I've been so blessed to be able to work with the NFL, the PGA, Olympic class athletes, D1 athletes. I've worked with, Joetta Clark is one of my dearest friends.
Yes.
And she has a daughter named Talitha. I just got back from Budapest, Hungary, and working with some of the top echelon business people in the world.
Right.
Dr. Robert Cialdini, my mentor, Paul Martinelli, John Maxwell, some real first-class individuals. So
right.
It's been an incredible journey of transformation, and to my point before, when my self-image increased, so did my circle of influence.
Yeah, right, exactly. Because it's just kind of what you attract, also, right? So what were some of the steps that you kind of took in that shifting? Like, were there habit changes? Were there just kind of lifestyle circle changes? Like, what were some of those steps that you took to really start that shift? Because we can make a decision, but then to do like the actionable steps. What were some of the steps that you took?
It's so funny that you asked that question because I'm actually speaking on this exact topic on October 21st. Me and my boy, we're putting together a huge self-development event in Allentown, Pennsylvania. It's called UniteAndConquerEvents.com. And I'll be speaking about the little steps that I took in order to transform. And, belief really drives behavior. But before you have belief, you can bring the body and the mind will follow, right? So I just started waking up earlier, and I had to borrow other people's belief, people that had faced adversity and found a way out. Yeah. And I borrowed their belief until I had my own evidence. And that really started with, look, as simple as saying thank you the second that you wake up, the second that you open your eyes into consciousness. You can just say thank you, whether you believe it, whether you know it. You can literally say those words, and over time that will trigger a new belief. Anger, fear, resentment, all those emotions. All you're saying is that I'm not grateful. That's it.
Gotcha.
Period.
Wow.
Right?
Wow. Right. Black and white. Yeah.
Yep, you cannot have those emotions and be grateful at the exact same time.
Wow.
So just being grateful for whatever is in your current awareness is an easy, quick way to change the results in your life, as well as, what you write, you invite. So the life that I'm living now, It happened twice. It happened once in my mind and once in physical reality.
Wow.
But I wrote it out. I wrote out the life that I have right now, and I'm continue to write out the life that I desire in future tense. So what you write, you invite.
That is awesome. I think that is super important, just as, even people of faith too, because sometimes we, a lot of the times we say, like, even in the scripture, faith is the substance of things that are not seen. And, just like we trust in gravity and the air around us and things of that nature, we have to be supernatural in our thoughts. We have to be supernatural in the things that we speak, because those things are waiting for us to accept them. So I think that's so powerful and that's so true. And I mean, I'm just saying, I feel like we really are connecting here. I'm doing like a shameless plug on an event that I just found out about a couple seconds ago. So tell us a little bit more about that. I definitely want to hear about that, because I might have to tap in. It's right around the corner for me.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I mean, look, I'm a product of personal development. I'm a product of changing the programming that runs in our mind on a daily basis. And, I'm a huge student of personal development and becoming your best version. So I've always said, along with my partner, Brad Modrich here, that we need to bring some type of accessibility to personal development to the Lehigh Valley, to Allentown.
Right.
So we're doing just that. It's going to be mind, body, spirit, and mind, body, spirit, and physical. So we're going to touch on those four, right? And it's going to be October 21st at the Regency Hotel, which is connected to the PP&L Center.
Okay.
You can get more information at uniteandconquerevents.com.
Awesome. I definitely will go ahead. Make sure you are following me at Faith and Fashion 360, the radio show, as well as all of our partners at Funk Nation Radio. I will for sure go ahead and post that information for you to continue to tap in. When we come back, I definitely want to talk about the FirePit. I want to talk about this this situation that's getting ready to happen, that really is going to be such a test of all of the things that you're speaking about and a testament to who you are. So when we come back, I definitely want to talk about FirePit 500. We're here at Faith and Fashion 360 with Westley Morris. We'll be right back.
Hey Lord, I lift my hands, I give all the praise to you. Everything I am, you gave me the strength to do. Hey, Lord, I lift my hands, Lord, I lift my hands, I give all the praise to you. This is my response for making me brand new. Hey, Lord, I can feel your presence, putting all your peace in me. Lord, I can feel revival, breaking all the captives free. And though it sounds crazy, man, I used to hate me, till I met somebody who told me how he made me, how he died to save me. And if you want the same thing, all you gotta do is just say, Lord, I lift my hands, I give all the praise to you. Yeah, yeah. Everything I am, everything I am, you gave me the strength to do. Yeah, you do. Lord, I lift my hands, Lord, I lift my hands, I give all the praise to you. All the praise. This is my response for making me brand new. Hey, and I can't help it, I'm just being real. I just walk up to the mic and tell y'all how I feel. Y'all think I'm religious, I'm just trying to eat a meal. But I don't live on bread alone, you hear it in my zeal. Down bad, but you got me better. G-O-D, that's the best 3 letters. Way you got me moving, I'ma need Rosetta. Keep your head up. Hey, Lord, I lift my hands, I give all the praise to you. Everything I am, you gave me the strength to do. Lord, I lift my hands, I give all the praise to you. This is my response. Oh, this is my response. Oh, this is my my stains have been made new, all just because you wanted to. Open the gates and flood this room. Not even hell can hide from you. I feel the colors start to bloom. Tell me to leave and I'll refuse.
Doing something special today. I'm here with Westley Morris. And he is just really blowing our socks off with all of his testimonies, lessons, mind shift changes, and we are going to continue to talk about some of the other things that he has coming up next. Wesley, tell me about what's getting ready to happen. Tell me about the FirePit 500. Is that right? Am I saying it right? I want to make sure I'm saying it right. Tell us all about it.
Yep, and that's exactly perfect.
Okay.
So let me tell you how I got to this point, right?
Yeah.
So, like, I literally lost my driver's license for 22 years as a result of 3 DUIs and 7 underage drinking charges by the time I was 19 years old. And I was faced with a decision. Like, I could continue to make excuses for my bad behavior. I could continue to make excuses for why I don't have the results in my life, or I could find a solution. And I found a solution in a bicycle.
Right.
So while riding a bicycle, I take over that same massage business that my mom got knocked for but built back, and I grew that 1,000% in 4.5 years by God's grace.
Right.
One night, after we had reached maximum capacity, meaning we could not fit another customer or therapist, I heard the voice of God, and He said, "Well done, good and faithful servant.
Yeah.
You never ran, you never quit. You did exactly what I told you to do, and now I want you to let it go because I got something bigger for you."
Right.
And I'm telling you, Bree, I looked up at the sky like, "Are you sure?"
Me? Right.
Look, I just got here, God.
Right. Yeah. Something you're like, you sure? Yeah. Sometimes that pivot happens super quickly, especially when we're tapped in, when we just make the decision like, okay, I'm all into this. He's like, okay, well, we'll see. And you obviously showed your dedication to that also. So yeah, why not you, right?
So it's like a little kid when you're on the monkey bars.
Yeah.
Remember, you couldn't go to the next monkey bar until you let go of the one you were on.
Right.
And so many times we hold ourselves back by holding on to things that no longer serve us.
Yeah, this is true. This is
right?
Absolutely true. Yeah.
So I let go of a $500,000 a year business that I built while riding a bicycle, and I give it back to my mother.
Right.
Free and clear. Here you go. Right. And about 3 months in, my prayers were kind of like, all right, well, what do you want me to do
now?
What?
Yeah.
I can't sit,
Right.
What's my assignment, right? I know you didn't bring me this far just to bring me this far.
Right.
So a friend of mine has a nonprofit in South Carolina. It's called FirePit Ranch. Now, the mission of the nonprofit is they go into underserved schools and they mentor young boys that don't have father figures. Okay. And they teach them how to change tires, teach them how to shave, teach them how to be a gentleman.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
Some of these kids, if they're not mentored, they're almost guaranteed they have an 86% chance to go to prison.
Right.
One of the kids, at 11 years old, he watched his father shoot his mother with a handgun in the front seat of the car while he was in the back seat.
Right.
I'm talking about traumatic, right? So they asked me to come down and speak. No problem. Very near and dear to my heart. And I meditate every morning. I won't talk to you unless I meditate. It's a non-negotiable.
Right.
So 3 months after letting go of the business, I get this vision. And I'm over here looking for flights to South Carolina. God says, no. You built that business on a bicycle. I want you to ride your bicycle to South Carolina and inspire those 200 kids.
Yeah.
And I was like, All right, God.
Yeah, he was putting your feet to the fire, literally. Yeah. My goodness. So tell me a little bit about just kind of what that's gonna look like, the journey. What's that gonna look like? How can people support you?
Oh, wow.
You are fantastic, and I'm just gonna I just want to tell you guys here at Faith and Fashion 360, I only just met Westley yesterday. I've only just met him, and I have to say, within the past 20 minutes, because we didn't really get a chance to talk yesterday, it was nuts. Within the past 20 minutes, you have impacted me so much, just with the lessons that you're imparting, the mind shift changes that you have obviously put forth, and the people that you are impacting. So I just want to tell you, if absolutely nobody has said to you today, you are fantastic, and you are doing amazing work within your community. So well done, good and faithful servant, for sure. I'm super happy to know you, and I'm definitely rooting you on, for sure. Yeah. Sometimes we need to hear that. You're doing fantastic work, and for that to come from, some of these pretty tough lessons. You've had some tough lessons, and you're really doing fantastic work. So I want to salute you. Yeah.
Yeah. You can support by going to WestleyMorris.com, WestleyMorris.com, and there's a donate page, and all funds go directly towards the organization. This organization, I believe, is truly doing God's work, and if I can make a statement by pedaling 500 miles, 50 to 60 miles per day,
right,
through the Blue Ridge Parkway, which is, look that up, it's absolutely incredible, over the course of 11 days, to go inspire kids to believe that, you asked me to come up with like a end cap. This is the end cap.
Yeah.
Our future potential has nothing to do with our current results.
Come on now. Come on now.
That means that the results that you see in your life, in your immediate awareness, where you live, what you have, who you're with, has nothing to do with your future potential.
Yeah, absolutely.
Has nothing to do. And I'm living proof. If I were to look at the results of my life 12 years ago, 10 years ago, and then made a judgment or asked about what I was capable of, I would have been selling myself so short.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm so happy you toiled on, you kept praying, fasting, believing, and meditating, and super proud of you. Can't wait to just kind of see documenting of this journey, for sure. I'm rooting you on here in Pennsylvania. How can we connect with you after tonight's show?
Just Facebook, Instagram, Wes Morris Inspires, Wesley Morris, YouTube, TikTok. You can call me, 610-554-5533. Putting it all the way out.
That's his number. That is it. That's the number.
Oh my goodness.
I love it. Well, thanks again for joining me here at Faith and Fashion 360. Make sure you're following me at Faith and Fashion 360, the radio show, for all of Wesley's contact information, as well as some links and all of that good stuff on how you can support the FirePit 500 journey. Thanks again, Wesley, for joining me here at Faith and Fashion 360.
Absolutely. Thank you.
You're welcome.
With just a tap and being on the go, Popple is the fastest way to share your business info. Instantly exchange contact info, social media, and more with the Popple, the #1 digital business card platform for teams and individuals. Use the code Brianna Ofosu for 20% off your next digital business card. A huge shout out to Wesley Morris for appearing on Faith and Fashion 360. I had such a great conversation with him, and make sure you visit the description on how you can further support the FirePit 500. He is getting on his bike and heading to the FirePit Ranch all the way to Virginia. So shouts to Westley Morris. I am thinking of you here and we are rooting you on. If you would like to sponsor, donate, encourage, or the like, I will go ahead and post that link for you. Make sure you're following me at Faith and Fashion 360, the radio show, for more inspirational interviews and people that you need to know. We'll see you next week.